Hi, I'm Jen, a performance coach at GMAT Ninja. I often hear my students say that they're doing great on practice problems and tests, but they just can't perform the way they know they can when they get into the testing center. A lot of times I'll hear a student say, if only I could just test like I practice. And my response is always the same. If you want to test like you practice, you have to practice like you test. So today I want to walk you through two different strategies that will help you close this gap between performance during practice and performance during the actual GMAT. The first strategy is to increase the level of pressure during practice. For the GMAT, you want to begin this process right now. And the first thing you want to do is take a few seconds to think about your practice environment. Is it comfortable and well lit? Do you have access to your phone, snacks, coffee, water, and other comforts? Do you have the music on? Do you go to the bathroom whenever you want, as many times as you want? Even if you're taking the GMAT at home, your practice environment could be a lot more forgiving and relaxed than the real thing. So now's the time to make a list of what to change. You want to get as close as possible to a similar desk and chair setup as you'll have on test day. You also want similar levels of access to comforts like food and other devices. Once you've gotten your practice environment to match your test environment, you want to do the same for your timing. First, make sure you have a timer running. Now, as you're just getting started, don't limit your amount of time. Just move through the questions as focused as possible. Then, as you get closer to your test date, set a time limit and see what it feels like as you watch that timer tick down to 0 as you work through your sets. This won't just help you manage your time, it'll help you see what it feels like to manage your time under pressure. Now, what kind of time limit should you set? Well, let's replicate the test experience there too. You can try an hour of quant, an 8-minute break, and then an hour of verbal. Or switch that order if you plan on taking verbal first on test day. So now that you know how to increase pressure during practice, the second strategy I want to share is decreasing pressure during test day. Because the thing is, most of the pressure you're dealing with is ultimately coming from you. So no matter how close or far you are from your next official test, I'm going to recommend 3 things for you to start incorporating into your study sessions right now. First, having a regular practice of meditation can help you reduce stress. You want to start this as soon as possible. And my colleagues at GMAT Ninja have actually made a video about using mindfulness meditation to improve GMAT performance. So check the link in the video description to get started on that. Second, imagery, also called visualization, is a mental technique where you bring calming and confident images of you performing at your best before you go into a test or any other high-pressure situation. I'm going to play a part of an imagery script that we use with students at GMAT Ninja. As you go through the familiar movements, you feel the usual jitters of test day building up. You turn off any electronics, place your belongings into the locker, take the key, and are ushered into the testing area. A board proctor is stationed outside the test area. You scan your palm again and do a self-pat down. Then the proctor will take you into the air-conditioned testing room and shows you your testing booth. A desk with dividers that feels like you're in a little cubicle, your back turned towards the rest of the room. That's a lot of detail, right? Imagery is most effective when it involves all of your senses and your emotions. You want to create your own imagery script for what you're going to go through on test day, so that by the time you get there, you've already experienced it. Finally, you have to practice dealing with distractions. Otherwise, you won't be prepared to deal with those distractions during the test. First, identify what exactly throws you off your game. You might get distracted by things in the environment, like a squeaky chair, a student sniffling, or a cool draft. Or you might get distracted by things of your own making, like thoughts of the score, the future, or how much time is left on the clock. In addition to knowing what throws you off, you need to have a reset routine. I'm leaving a link in the video description to another video where I walk you through how to create one of those routines, so be sure to check it out. So, back to the big picture. Remember that you can't perform better on test day unless you practice like it's test day. This means putting yourself under test-like conditions early and often, practicing your responses to the challenges you know you're going to face, and then showing up to the test feeling just like you're about to sit down to practice at home. I'm Jen from GMAT Ninja. Thanks for watching.